Hello and welcome back to another Final Table commentary. If at any point in time you find yourself not caring for the commentary, there'll be a link in the description down below to the video and BCP Poker Replay's YouTube account. So if you choose to do so, you can check out the action in some silence. With that being said, today we got a 10k high roller from WCOOP 2023. We got Tonka on the final table with 100 blinds. We got Jack Bauer. We got Kahan Mock ripping it in with the ace and the 7. We're going to turn this down a little bit. Dippity-doo. We got European, we got Sir Valamin, Sir Garona drawing dead, Kahan Mock once again, Wushu, and the nerd guy. Ace 9 for Wushu, they'll rip it all in and get it on through pre-flop. 10-2 for the nerd guy will fold. Dippity-doo. Ace and a jack for drawing dead with 105 blinds. We'll open it on up. What's going to happen here? A bunch of nothing behind, drawing dead. Queen 5 suited for their nerd guy will hit the muck. And we're moving along. So we got 213k for first place, 160 for second. So it'd be about, what, a 53k heads up battle. That'll be fun to see, about 5 buy-ins. I don't know if we're going to chop it up. I think we're going to play it on out. Got Wushu jamming in the king jack suited, drawing dead with a king and an 8. We'll find the fold pre. 17 blinds for Wushu. Another ace jack for drawing dead. European with ace king suited in the big blind. We'll see an open. A bunch of folding. A 3-bet likely. What size do we go? Do we make it over 9 blinds? 9.5. Drawing dead, I think, finds the fold here. We'll see if they come along to the flop. They could also 4-bet all in as a bluff. That obviously wouldn't work out this time. They play call. Interesting stuff. 9-8-7 flop. Nobody's got a pair. Drawing dead with the straight draw to the 10. 2 over cards. European with 2 overs. A backdoor flush draw. We'll start things off with a check. 21 blinds in the middle. Drawing dead. Thinking things through. They bet 5 blinds. Putting European in a weird spot. That ace king can be good, but you're also up against some sets. Jack 10 is also possible. See the 3 of clubs on the turn. Looks like drawing dead's pot if they want to buy it. I don't know if they go all in on the turn or if they bet small once again. They go for the 10 big blind bet. And I think ace king finds the fold. Could be wrong. We'll see how European proceeds. 32 blinds behind. Every once in a while you see a random all in. With the ace king there, just putting your opponent on ace queen and ace jack. More likely ace jack or ace 10. It's not ace queen. But it's very interesting. European found the fold this time. 10-10 for the nerd guy. Will rip it all in. Garona will call with the 10 and a 10. We're going to chop this bad boy up. No flush for nobody. Ace 7 for the nerd guy. We're suited and booted. 11 big blinds. Nope, that's a 10. That's a 10, not an 11. Nerd guy will rip in the 10 blinds. Sir Garona with a couple of 4s. Pretty well flipping with the nerd guy. If they call. Doopity-doo. Sir Garona giving this a think over. I think they're going to fold, but they may flick in a call. They do land on the fold. No need to double up the nerd guy. 9-9 for Kahan Mock. We'll raise it on up. Jack Bauer with an ace and a 10. Just going to fold to the undergun raise. European with a couple of queens. We'll probably 3-bet here. We could also call. European in the time bank. I think a 3-bet's coming in. They make it 5.5 blinds to go. And Kahan Mock might find the fold pre. We might also call. We're getting a great price. No, we're just going to fold pre-flop. Boppity bop. Ace and an ace for Wushu. They'll raise under the gun. And Kahan Mock in the big with a 10 and a 9 of the same suit. We'll see them come along to the flop. What do you bring us, dealer? Queen, queen 2? Goes check. Does Wushu check? Let his opponent make some sort of hand? Pick up a little equity is what I'm trying to say. That they do. 9 on the turn. Kahan Mock makes a pair. I don't know if they bet, but I think they call on the turn. The question is, what does the river bring us? Ace, ace, we'll bet small. Do we size up a river jam? No, Wushu says bet small. 1.5 blinds. Get the 10 diamonds on the river so the flush is complete. King Jack makes a straight. Jack 8 makes a straight. Hand mock with 2 pairs. Queens and 10s with a 9 kicker. Obviously Wushu with the best hand with a pair of aces will bet 6 blinds into 8.6. And maybe hand mock folds. Maybe they call, blocking all the boats. It would be an interesting jam. I don't think they have the right price there. There's only 6 blinds behind. Wushu would probably be calling. Would have been interesting to see, but we're not going to see it here. Hand mock just folds. Ace and a 5 for Surf Lamin. They'll open it on up from the hijack. Sir Garona folds Ace 8 in the cutoff. Drawing Dead folds King 9 on the button. Hand mock folds their bullshit, and Wushu will fold their bullshit as well. Oh, blind lengths have changed. Uh-oh. What does that mean? Doesn't really matter. Just means the blind levels have changed their length of duration, Brendan. Smarten up. Anyways, the blinds go up. 7 and a 2 for hand mock on the button will fold Wushu with a king and a 9. I think we ripped this in for 9 blinds. 10 blinds. That we do. Nerd guy with a jack and a 10 will call with 42%. Look for a jack 10 or 8. Oh, except there's a 9 on the turn. That's 3 of a kind for Wushu. So the nerd guy needed this straight out. My bad. 10 on the river did nothing for the nerd guy. Ace 9 for Jack Bauer will face a 3 x-rays from Tonka, 6 deuce from the small. Jack might rip it in here. He could also play call. There's the all-in. And the jam gets through. Ace 7 for Wushu. We'll raise it on up. It's suited and booted. European in the big with a jack and a 6. We'll just fold. Wushu gets one through. They're up to 30 blinds after starting this bad boy with about 10. It's a good job so far by Wushu. Drawing Dead also picked off a nice pop by Surf Lamin. Or was that European? My bad. European had the ace king. Drawing Dead with the ace jack. Had the straight blocker. Boppity boppies up to 95 blinds. We get an ace, ace 5 flop. Both players with a pair of 5s. We could chop it up with a king, a queen, an ace, or a 5. If we get a couple low cards, Surf Lamin will scoop a little pot here. Tonka might put in another bet on the turn. Try to get some value from some flush draws or straight draws. Instead it goes check check, ace on the river. We'll chop this up. If anybody bets, I think the other player calls. I don't think there will be like a raise and a re-raise. Pretty boring pot. Might see a small bet by Surf Lamin here. 2.5 blinds and Tonka has no reason to fold. So it's a quick call and we chop it up. Boring shit. 8 jacks suited for Drawing Dead. This is fun. Ace queen for hand mock. 1 seat over. Wushu with a couple of 10s. 1 seat over. Sees the 3 bet by hand mock. What do we do with 10-10? We see Sir Garona folding a 10 in the big blind. Surf Lamin with an 8 ace. We'll fold one of hand mocks outs, one of Drawing Dead's outs. Instead, the 3 bet will just get through. I don't know why we were going to see some more action. Wushu with 10-10 could have 4 bet, but other than that, Surf Lamin's obviously folding that stupid ace. Drawing Dead with Jack 8 suited will fold facing the 3 bet, facing under the gun +1. What a boring hand, and so many words that were just wasted. Oh, Oxygen, how I just waste you sometimes. 8-8-5 flop goes bet call. We could raise the 3 of a kind here. Drawing Dead does elect to raise. I was just hoping to see a call so we could go to the turn, maybe get a few more chips from Garona. Maybe Garona just slows down anyways with their bluffs, so maybe you should try to build the pot against their value hands. That's what Drawing Dead elected to do. 6-6 for European will raise. Where are we sitting? The hijack. Hand mock with a king and a jack will call pre-flop. Queen Jack 2 flop. That's a lot of jacks being said. Hurry up and end the hand hand mock. No, they're gonna play call. 6 on the turn. Bad news for can mock. He only has a pair of jacks with a king kicker on the queen jack 2 flop. So I don't know how much longer he hangs in there, but he sees a 6.2 big blind bet with 16.6 blinds behind. Yeah, can mock, we'll just let it go. 9-8 suited for Jack Bauer off a 28 big blind stack. We'll probably fold. Oh, he does go for the open, excuse me. Ace 10 for drawing dead. Ace 10 for Wushu. We'll see some sort of action. At least a call from the big blind. Drawing dead might 3-bet. There's the 3-bet. Wushu might fold. We could 4-bet all in as a bluff. Wushu says nope. Jack Bauer with 9-8 suited deep in the tank. Jams it all in. Has about 42%, but the jam will get through. Nicely done by Jack Bauer. Ace Jack for drawing dead. We'll see them open it on up. What's going on behind them? Queen 4 suited for Tonka in the big with plenty of chips to play with. I think we're going to go to the flop. 9-3-2. Goes check. Drawing dead with a decision. With the ace high we can show it down. We can go for a bet to protect. That they do, they bet 1.5 blinds. Tonka with the backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. We'll just fold on the flop with the queen high. And we're moving along. Ace and a 9 for drawing dead. We'll raise it on up. Couple of ducks for Tonka in the small blind. Wushu with the queen and a 10 will likely fold with 27 blinds. Tonka might call from the small blind. You never know. Don't think a 3-bet comes in. No, but Tonka does land on the call option. Jack Bauer with a queen and a 3 in the big will fold. King, queen, 10 flop goes check, bet, fold, and we're moving along. Right? Ace high, we could always look to check and pick up maybe a flush draw on the turn. Maybe smack our jack. Maybe make a pair of aces or 9s. Certainly the 9s wouldn't make us feel too comfy. Drawing dead, we'll just go for the c-bet and a large one. And Tonka will fold the deuces. Ace 5 for drawing dead, we'll raise it on up. Tonka with a king and a 9 will fold the button. 9 and a 7 for Jack Bauer. Thinks it on through, but he finds the fold. European with a 7 and a 3 will also fold. 6 and a 4 for Wushu. They're going to let this one go. Jack Bauer with an 8 and a 10 that's suited if playable holding. On the button. We'll open it up. Yes. Serve them in with an ace and a 3 in the big. We could 3-bet. We could call as well. I suppose we could fold as well. Folding feels the weakest. Queen Jack 4 flop goes check, bet, call. Serve them in with the backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Does he ever raise here on the flop? Potentially so. He blocks a lot of holdings that will call his raise, so he does stick it in here. Jack Bauer with a little straight draw to the 9. I don't know if we call this raise. We do just have 10 high. We are in position, but Jack Bauer will find the fold. Nice little steal there by Serve Lumen, even though they had the best hand with ace high. 8-9 suited for Jack Bauer, a very favorite hand of theirs. Or a very favorite hand? How does the sentence need to be constructed? I don't know. 8-9 suited, Jack Bauer's favorite hand. Will raise and take it down pre. There we go. What's going on here? European with a 7 and 5 of the same suit will fold from the cutoff. This goes to Corona in the small with a 10 and a 4 of the same suit. We'll limp it on in, drawing dead with a queen and a 4. We're off suit. But we got 100 blinds. We're going to raise it on up to 3.5. Sir Corona's living in a pickle. Sitting to the left of drawing dead the big stack. Sir Corona will find the fold. Not much going on here. 6-7 suited for Surf Lemon. Do we open it from the cutoff? We got 50 blinds. Drawing dead in the small will find the fold. Sir Corona will also fold, drawing dead with an 8 and a 7. Cahan Mock with a queen and a 5, and we're suited, and we see a big bet. 3.5 blinds. We do get a call, ace 10 4 flop. Not much doing here for drawing dead. He's got backdoor straight draws. There goes a little Betsky. Queen high might just hit the muck now. That it does, and we're moving along. Not much doing here. Bunch of bullshit. King 5 for drawing dead. Might just raise and take it down. Just a bunch of nothing going on here. Queen 4 in the small. Queen. Nope, that's a 9 and a 4 in the big. No straight potentials. No flush potentials. We're disconnected and we got 9 high. Wushu will fold. Ace Jack for Bauer. They're going to raise it on up. Ace Jack for Jack Bauer. Tonka with a 3 and a 7 in the big will find the fold. Jack gets one through pre. Poppity B. 9-3 suited for Bauer in the big blind. We'll see what they do. Tonka will play somehow. A limp, a raise. Tonka elects to go for the 3x raise. Jack's chips are rather important to him right now. 34 blinds, so they will just find the fold. Ace King for drawing dead will raise it on up and likely take it down pre-flop. That they do. That they do. Ooh, I see a couple of jacks for Jack. A hand mock with a suited ace 5. See the open. Question is, do we 3-bet here? I think so with Jack Jack. We'll see what Jack thinks. Could you imagine if there's a Jack on the flop? I don't think we're going to get to see it unless can mock 4-bets all in. No, they're going to find the fold and Jack Jack will get the job done for Jack. Man, if I didn't mess up the sentence, maybe it would have sounded cool, but we'll never know because I messed it up midway through. Ace 4 for European, we'll get to hear from them, and it looks like they'll get this through pre-flop. 2.2x open. Chrono with an ace and a 5. That's not an ace and a 5. What the hell's wrong with me? It's a 5 and a 2 in the big blind. We're suited and booted, so Grona says let's go to the flop. Queen Jack 3. Whoo. European takes a little stab and the stab gets through, and then they got a couple of aces. Drawing dead with a couple of 5s in the big blind. Serve love min folding one of drawing dead's out. We'll see an open. Probably a call from the big blind. Drawing dead could always rip it all in. Hopefully they just call. Save yourself a lot of chips most of the time. They do land on a call. Queen 10-10 flop goes check. European with the ace of clubs. We could always check this back. European says no, we'll bet a big blind. And drawing dead might come along to the turn, given such a great price. Jack of hearts on the turn. European with a straight draw. Drawing dead with the full house draw. Looking for a 5. The one remaining 5. I didn't see if Wushu or Kahan mock folded it. We'll see European bet again on the turn, a little bit larger, but still small, and the bet will get through. $10-10 for Grona on the button. We'll raise it on up. Queen 3 suited for drawing dead could always go buck wild, but I don't think they're the type of player to be stupid. Like, we could just stick in a random 3-bet just because we want to. I mean, that's not going to happen. It's Sir Garona with the open. Are we trying to exploit Sir Garona? That's not going to happen. What am I talking about? This isn't some $10 final table. My brain went to the $5 final tables that I made too, where it's like Queen 3 suited. Got some 3-betting potentials here. Not on the final table. What is this, a 10K? Yeah, not likely. Anyways, we're back to the fucking the game here that we're actually watching, a 10K, where there's going to be reasonable plays. We get a Queen 6-2 flop, Kahan mock with a 9 and a 5, the diamond draw. We'll bet a blind and take the pot down. Ace 8 for Grona, we'll see if they open it on up. They say no. Ace Jack for Tonka, waiting patiently. I don't know if he gets any action. Wushu with a 8 and a 10, we could limp it in. We're going to face a lot of raises. So Wushu says we're going to go for the 2.88 open. Tonka will 3-bet all in. And the 3-bet will get through. Wushu will fold A10. Boppity boo. Ace 10 suited for European under the gun. We'll open it on up, drawing dead with a couple of 3s. We'll find the fold. Jack 9 suited for Tonka in the small blind. I don't think we call, but we could. This is not a $5 tournament, so I think we fold, but I could be wrong. Tonka could 3-bet and they find it. 7.5 blinds. Calling does seem weak. So Tonka lands on the 3-bet option. European can call, fold, or 4-bet as a bluff ski. They land on the fold option. 4-4 for drawing dead. We'll go for the open. Jack 8 suited for Tonka. We'll likely let this go. Cahan mock with Ace 7 suited. I think in the same boat, but maybe we'll see some sort of action from one of them. Oh, they both let their hands go. King 9 for European in the big blind. We'll see if he comes along to the flop. They do. 10-6-4 flop, drawing dead with bottom set. European with the backdoor straight flush draw. Sees a small bet here on the flop, 1.5 blinds into 6. European will just find the fold with the king high. Blinds go up. Not much doing here. PokerStars is really making these players work for it. 8-7 offsuit for Wushu. Nope. Jack with an ace and an 8 will raise. Serve Lamin. No, Jack passes on the spot. Serve Lamin gets a walk. What the hell? Tonka with a king and a 10 will raise it on up. Jack Bauer with a queen and a 9 could 3-bet or fold. I don't know if we want to call here. Jack does land on the 3-bet option. Makes it 5.1 blinds to go. Tonka with about 3 more to call. Out of position, they just land on the fold with the king and the 10 offsuit. 8 and an 8 for serve Lamin. Wushu with an ace, thinking things through. I think they'll fold off the 15 big blind stack, but they could always open it on up. They do fold. Jack with a 6-7 suited will fold. Drawing dead in the big blind with Jack 5 suited, I suppose, can come along to the flop, except that it's a limp. So he doesn't even have to make make the decision to pay a big blind to go to the flop. He just gets to go for free. That was a very difficult thought to get out. King 9-9 flop goes check, min bet, and fold. Ace 7 suited for serve Lamin. Ace 9 for Wushu folds under the gun. Ace queen for drawing dead. Do we open Ace 7 suited? 40 blinds deep, we will. Drawing dead can 3-bet here with the big stack. We can call. Keep the pot small, out of position. Drawing dead says we'll 3-bet. Can mock says, oh fuck, I guess I'll fold the queen 10 suited. I guess so. Reluctantly they let it go. Ace 7 for serve Lamin. We'll find the fold as well. 6-7 suited for Tonka, thinking things through, but they do find the fold. Queen 5 for drawing dead. We could raise the button. King 4 for Kamok will fold. Wushu with 9-7 off. We're in last place. Do we go to the flop? Wushu says no. We'll just wait for a better spot. Ooh, King for serve Lamin. A couple of 5s for Kahan. We'll see an open. A bunch of folding. Tonka in the big with an ace and a 10. We'll probably call. Could 3-bet as a bluff. That would be cool to see. That would be cool to see. Ace 10 finds the call. Jack 6-3 flop. Do buddy do do buddy do do buddy do do do. Flop goes check bet. Do we fold on the flop? We call with the backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw, queen on the turn. So a king would be a really dirty card for serve Lamin. They'd make the sets. Tonka would make the nuts with the straight. That was pretty obvious to say. Serve Lamin will bet large, so we won't even get to see the river. And I should have saw that coming from a mile away. King Jack for Tonka in the small blind will likely raise. They go for the 3 big blind size once again. Jack Bauer with an 8 and a 2 will just fold. Queen Jack suited for European in the big blind. Drawing dead with an ace and a 9 might raise it on up from what, the cutoff, hijack, low jack? Wushu with a king and a jack from the cutoff. Will just fold with their 13 blinds. European will come along to the flop, getting a fair price with a very playable holding. Just kidding, they'll rip it all in. Every once in a while you do see this. Take the suited broadways, rip it all in for about 20 blinds and buy the pot pre-flop. King Queen suited this time for Corona. We'll raise it on up. Oh, those spades are rather pretty. The raise gets through. Ace 2 for Tonka. Diamonds will raise it on up. So Corona in the big with a jack and a 4. Ace Jack 9 flop, 1 diamond for Tonka, no clubs for Corona. Both players with a little pair. Tonka with a shit kicker, we see the king of diamonds on its turn. So Corona loses and out. 4 of diamonds is now dirty, Corona won't pay to see the river, and we're moving along. Ace 7 off for Tonka with a 64 big blind stack. I don't know if we want to raise into drawing dead's big blind, so Tonka does find the fold. 10-6 suited for Corona in the small, will limp it all in. Limp it on in, not all in. Limp it all in, holy shit, could you imagine? Not gonna happen here today, Sir. Corona has 32 blinds. They go for the limp, they face the 3.5x raise, and they will just lay it down. Drawing dead will steal one with 8-4 off. 9-7 for Tonka, we'll find the fold of course. King Jack for Corona. King Jack for Kahanmok. Get a raise and a call. Just kidding, a raise and a jam. Excuse me, got the hiccups. Whew. The jam gets through. European with a queen and a jack. Do we open it? From the low jack we find the fold. Corona in the cutoff with an ace and a 3 will let this go, but drawing dead will open jack 10 suited. Kahanmok will likely 3-bet the queens. Just kidding, he faces an all-in jam. For 22 blinds, Kahanmok will call. He's got what, like 80 some percent? 82? Flop and top pair. Oh, dirty outs. Oh no, no. 9 on the turn. Just drawing dead. The straight outs. King or an 8, and just like that we see an 8 on the river. Kahanmok is Gonzo Alonzo. Oh, that's a very dirty turn card there. Wushu with an ace and a jack with 11 blinds will rip it all in. Jack Bauer with an ace queen will happily get this in. Everybody's going to be ecstatic when they see these two players show their holdings. Everybody's like, no jack, no jack. 4. No, Wushu's Gonzo Alonzo. Do buddy do. So we quickly lose 2 bodies. We're down to 6 players. We got 50k locked up. King 7 for drawing dead. We'll raise it on up. Wushu is gone. That's European. Oh man, it happened again. Ace King for Tonka. They'll raise it on up. Serve them in the big blind with an ace and a 2. I think everybody folds. King 9 for European. I think it hits the muck. Good 3-bet. Uh-oh. Longer we tank, I think the more likely it happens. They make it 6.5 blinds. Serve Lemon will quickly fold. Tonka will dunk this in. And then European will quickly fold, I imagine. There we go. We're moving along. 8-6 suited for Tonka with the big stack. We'll raise it on up. 70 blinds for Tonka. Ace 10 for Corona in the big. We'll play call. Queen Jack. 10 flop goes check. Tonka's probably going to bet. They bet about half pot. Corona with bottom pair and a straight draw to the king. I think we call. They do. 7 on the turn goes check. Tonka picks up a straight draw to the 9. He had the straight draw on the flop. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. Tonka bets 7 blinds and Sir Corona will fold the pair 10s. Nice little steal by Tonka. Ace and a queen for European. We'll open it on up and likely get it on through. Do they jam? No, they go for the 2.2x open. Do buddy do. King 7. Oh, that will call. King 9 2 flop. Drawing dead with the toppest of pairs. European with a backdoor straight draw. An overcard will bet 1.5 blinds into 6. Drawing dead will call. Jack on the turn goes check. Do we bet again? I don't think so. We don't have a diamond in our hand. Looking for an ace or a 10. European, I suppose, could bet again. They do bet 2.8 blinds, sizing up a river jam. I think drawing dead calls at least one more bet. Am I just wrong? Did we fold on the turn? I don't think so. Drawing dead does find the call. 6 of clubs on the river. European could blast off. But I think it gets the king 7 to fold. I could just be wrong here, but I want to see it. All in. And then drawing dead's deep in the tank and he folds. Nicely done by European. Nicely done. 24 blinds for European. Queen deuce for drawing dead. We'll limp it on in. Ace 3 for Tonka. We'll check it on back. 7-6-4 flop. Goes check. Check. King on the turn. Does anybody bet here? I don't know. I don't think so. Queen deuce. No spade. No real reason to. We'll make a pair of 2s on the river. It's good for the pot. As long as we don't fold. Ace 3 has no reason to bet. So drawing dead takes the small pot. Serve them in with an ace and a queen. We'll open it up. 38 blinds for them. Oh, 9-8 suited for Tonka in the small. It's a min raise. Tonka says we'll just fold. Jack deuce for Jack. Nope, that's a 7 and a deuce. A 7 deuce for Jack. We'll fold the big blind. Wow. Sometimes I amaze myself. King king for Tonka. We'll play call. Whoa, we're 75 blinds deep. European with a king and a jack. Don't dunk it in. To be fair, if Tonka 3-bet the 8-9, we'll just fold 6-4-2 flop. We're going 3 ways. Kings are holding up for the time being. Drawing dead could also take a stab on this flop with a backdoor straight draw. 2 overcards. They don't have a spade, so they go for the check. Tonka will bet 2.5 blinds. European will fold. And drawing dead will probably also let go of 8-9. Boppity boppity bop. 6-6 for Jack. King 7 for Tonka. Tonka goes for the open. Jack, I think, will call with the 40 blind stack. Am I wrong about that? Do we fold? You know what? Jack says we 3-bet, so of all the options, I guessed wrong twice. European with an ace and a 7. We'll just lay this down and Jack gets the 3-bet through. Ace Jack for drawing dead. They'll open it on up under the gun. And a bunch of nothing behind them. 8-6 suited for Tonka. We'll fold. Serve them in with an ace in the small. We'll also let this go. And that gets through pre-flop for drawing dead. 3 and a 6 for Garona in the small blind. What do we do here? Do we limp it in? Do we just fold? We go for the limp. 5-3 for drawing dead in the big blind. Might raise and take it down pre. They say no, not this time. King Jack 7 flop goes check. I think drawing dead needs to buy the pot at some point. They've got 5 high. Garona has 6 high. Garona bets 1.5 blinds. And drawing dead will find the fold. Nicely done by Garona. 25 blinds for Garona. It would be nice to see them pick up some chips, but drawing dead, it's been a fun game to watch them throw around the old discs. Picking up the old cards and throwing around the discs. Oh, fuck me. What am I saying? Queen queen will limp it on in. Tonka with an ace and a 9. We'll check it on back. 4-4-3 flop. Tonka smelt this pre-flop. Said, you're limping in now? Aren't you supposed to be raising? Tonka will bet a blind on the flop with a backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw. Get a call from the queens. Jack on the turn goes check. I think we check. 5 on the river. So 8 deuce makes a straight. 6-7 makes a straight. 6-2 makes a straight. which I suppose is possible as it's a limp pot. We see drawing dead, bet 4 blinds. Tonka could always get curious with the ace high here. Limp pot, you never know. Nice fold by Tonka. Small pot goes the way of drawing dead. Couple of queens this time for Tonka. Serve them in with an ace and a queen. We'll see a raise. Fold from the a7 suited. Tonka will throw in a 3-bet surely. We could call to keep the pot small. I don't think we want to though with queen queen, very vulnerable hand. Excuse me. Queen queen makes it 8 blinds to go, and Serve Lemin can find the fold here. We could also dunk it in as a bluff. Do we ever call? Price isn't great, so Serve Lemin will let it go and blinds go up. Ace jack for drawing dead. They'll raise it on up European with an ace and a 3 in the big. We'll play call. Do we jam? Uh-oh, there's the jam. Ace jack for drawing dead has about 70% here. But it's not an easy call. Drawing dead does find it. We got chop outs. They don't come in. European is Gonzo Alonso. We're down to 5. Drawing dead gets the chips, 110 blinds. Everybody gets the ladder. Everybody's ecstatic. Jack with a couple of 7s. Sees the open from under the gun. We'll play raise. Once again. Taking that pocket pair. 3-betting it. It's still a small 3-bet. Drawing dead has plenty of chips to go to the flop with. I don't know if we want to use the jack 9 off though. They do just find the fold. Ace 9 for jack will fold. Queen deuce for Garona will raise it on up 2.5 blinds. 6-4 for drawing dead, we'll just let it go. Got an ace and a king for drawing dead, not much doing for anybody else. We'll see if they limp it in again or go for the raise this time. Yeah, then they go 4x with the ace king. Very interesting change of pace. Do. Ace 5 for drawing dead. We'll raise it on up. Tonka in the small with a queen and a 10 will fold. 8 jack for jack. We'll also hit the muck. King jack for Tonka looks like an open. Serve them in with a king and a 10 of the same suit. We could see a 3-bet, we could see a call. There's no folding here. No siree. 3-bet might get through pre too. There it is, the jam all in for about 30 blinds. And Serve them in takes it down. Nicely done. 7-7 for Tonka. King 8 for drawing dead, raises under the gun. Tonka plays call. Sir Garona in the big with a 3 and a 2 gets a great price, but he says no, this hand sucks ass. Queen 6-2 flop goes check. Check. 8 on the turn. That's a pair for drawing dead, obviously. 6.5 blinds will slide their way provided they don't fold. I don't think Tonka bets the 7s. 9 on the river. I think it goes check check. Right? Check. Check. Drawing dead takes the pot. 9-5 for jack. We'll think things through and find the fold. Serve them in with an ace and a 2. We'll find the open. 31 blinds. Oh, just kidding. He goes for the limp. I should have known. That's what they did earlier. Jack 10 for Garona will complete the small blind. Ace 7 for drawing dead. Might 3-bet. That's not a 3-bet. Just a raise. 2-bet. So the second bet in the hand. To 5 blinds and takes the pot. Not much doing here. 6 jack for drawing dead will raise 4 blinds. Tonka with a 9 and a 6 will just fold. Serve them in with an ace and a 9 from under the gun, or the hijack will raise it on up. Jack in the big blind with an ace and a 2 of the same suit. We could come along to the flop. Tonka with an ace and a 5 could 3-bet as well. So there could be some action here. Tonka throws in the 3-bet. Jack will fold. Serve them in. Let's go with ace 9. Nicely done by Tonka. Jack, jack for drawing dead. They'll raise it on up and take it down pre. King 6 for drawing dead will just fold. Tonka with a king and a 9 will go for the open. Jack with an ace and a jack. We'll play 3-bet or call. What do we do? We got 34 blinds. A call makes a lot of sense. Jack says let's stay consistent and go for the small 3-bet. Makes it 5.1 blinds to go. And Tonka will likely let the king 9 go. King 10 suited for Tonka will raise. And we take it down pre. Drawing dead with a playable 6-10 of spades. So many chips, I think we're going to the flop. Right. Let's go to the flop. Jack 8-5 goes check. Interesting spot for Tonka. They're going to check and turn a straight draw to the queen. King 10 is still the best holding. We could bet and take it down here. Tonka says, no, let's go to the river, 9 of diamonds. It's just scary because drawing dead could bluff now. They block queen 10, they block 10-7. And Tonka with king high won't call a bet if it comes in. 18 blinds, 3x the pot. What a play by drawing dead. Didn't need to go that large, but it still works out. Queen 10 for drawing dead. That's a funny hand. 3x the pot. King 9-7 flop. Can you imagine how fast his heart was racing when he put in that bet there? Wonder, does Tonka fold sets in that situation? Man, it's such an interesting bet. I think they still find the call. But Tonka obviously had king high, so it wasn't that interesting. Anyways, he's got a pair of kings this time. Drawing dead goes for the pot size bet with a nut straight, and Tonka will lay down top pair. Nicely done. Then they get rewarded with an ace and a king. Corona will raise queen 10 suited. Tonka can 3-bet. What size do we go? We got jack in the big with 38 blinds. Tonka says super small 5.5. Corona gets a fair price, but he's got a small stack, so we might let this go. Could is this a 4-bet? 4-bet all in as a bluff? Not this time. King 10 for Corona, they'll go right back after it. Open the minimum under the gun. And get it through pre-flop, it looks like. 9-3 suited for serve lemon in the big. I suppose could call. They're in second last place and they need to preserve chips, so they do just fold. King Jack for drawing dead will raise it on up. Corona with a queen and an 8 in the big will fold. Ace Jack for drawing dead. Ace 4 suited for Tonka. 8-8 for serve lemon. We see a raise from Tonka's ace 4. Serve lemon can call or 3-bet. Or fold even. Interesting, I wasn't expecting that. Ace Jack for drawing dead just plays call. Queen 9-6 flop goes check. Check 5 on the turn. So Tonka needs a 4, obviously. A bet. Would put a lot of pressure on the ace jack. I don't know if it folds on the turn or not. We'll just go to the river for free and maybe no bet comes in at all. Very likely. Just gonna go check check. And drawing dead will take a small pot. Queen Jack for Tonka waits in the big blind. 9 deuce for drawing dead. We could go for the big raise. We could just walk Tonka out here. And drawing dead says no need to waste some chips. Ace Jack for serve lemon. We'll raise it on up. And take it down pre. Queen 3 for Jack in the big. I think they play a little bit more snug. Kinda like your pads, you know. Who else is like that? There's a few other players that just like to play patiently. Jack seems like one of them as well, but then still take some aggressive lines, you know. Ace 5 there will go for the 3.5x raise from the small and take it down pre. Ace Jack for Tonka. Ace 4 for drawing dead. We see a raise under the gun and a call from the cutoff. And a Queen Jack 9 flop goes check. Check. We're off to the turn. Tonka can also bet small with the pair of jacks with the ace kicker. Instead he does just check 4 on the turn. So both players with a pair. Drawing dead, not in love with theirs. Tonka says mine's pretty good. is pretty good. I can check and show this down. 9 on the river goes check, bet, fold. Right? Nope, Tonka just says I'll just show down my pair of jacks. Doesn't put another penny in the pot, doesn't want to face a check raise on the river. Ace for Corona, 9-10 suited for drawing dead. We'll see an open to 2.5 blinds. Drawing dead can rip it in or call. They land on the call option, very reasonable. Ace King 10 flop goes bet, fold. Do we fold the pair of 10s with the backdoor flush draw? Ace high board. Does Corona bet, blocking the top pairs? Corona says no, check it on over. Let him pick up a heart on the turn. I dare you, Poker Stars. Poker Stars doesn't like to be dared. Drawing dead will bet a big blind. I think Corona calls. King of hearts on the turn. Is anybody surprised? You shouldn't be, it's Poker Stars. Corona with those aces makes a boat. You know what? He made a boat. How stupid am I? How stupid do I look now that drawing dead makes the flush? Oh, I'm so fucking dumb. Corona's got a boat. He wins the hand. Oh, stupid. Ace ace will bet a big blind. Drawing dead I think just calls. I could be wrong though. Don't jam drawing dead. You're just gonna blast off some chips. It's not a limp pot. He does jam it all in a quick call by Corona. So 25 blinds for Corona. They're back in the game. Barely above serve Lamin. King 10 off for drawing dead. We'll do something. What do we do? What do we do? We've raised 3.5x. Tonka with a queen and a 3. We'll let this go. So a little bit of a misstep by drawing dead. It only cost him about 10 blinds or so. Still has 120, so in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't huge. It was unfortunate, but drawing dead wanted max value. I get it. I do that too. King and a 4 for Tonka. Poppity pop, we'll raise it on up. And get it on through pre-flop, it looks like. Right. Queen deuce for Surf Lamin in the tank. Certainly just not looking. Oh my lord, he goes for the 3-bet to 5.2 blinds. And the 3-bet gets through. Nice little steal there by Surf Lamin. I was not expecting that. That's right out of the blue. Worked out beautifully though. 7-7 for Tonka. Will face a small 3-bet by Jacks. Ace Jack. I think drawing dead will find the call here. We're playing about 35 blinds deep. Drawing dead with so many chips. 3 blinds to call. 10-6-2 flop goes. Check. Do we bet with our backdoor straight draw and 2 overcards? Jack says yeah, real small. Is that at quarter pot or so? Deuce on the turn, pairs the board. Drawing dead 7s are still best. Ace Jack. Can still buy the pot here. 12 blinds to go on the turn, leaving Jack with 14 behind. Very interesting sizing. There's a rainbow on the board. You wouldn't think a value bet would do this now, do ya? Drawing dead does find the fold with the 7s. We can see Jack was bluffing, of course, but you don't expect the value bet to leave itself with about, what, a stupid stack to pot ratio, whatever it would have been. What, the pot was about 30 blinds. The bet was about 12. So it would have put 42 blinds in the middle with 14 behind. That's just a stupid stack to pot ratio. Why would you do that to yourself with value? Didn't it just smell like a bluff? Anyways, the pair of 10s for Surf Lamin, 3 of a kind for drawing dead. 5.1 blinds is the bet. Surf Lamin calls. 15 blinds in the middle, 19 behind. We'll see a jam and a tough fold, right? Did we ever bet non-all in? Did we bet like 9 blinds, just try to get him to call? Yeah, drawing dead says 10 blinds. Leave him with a few chips. Might get a curious call from the Jack 10. And we're moving along. It would be a nice fold here. Surf Lamin is thinking things through. Deep in the tank. They do lay it down, nicely done by Surf Lamin. Then they get rewarded with a couple of kings, but their opponent has nothing. Opponents have nothing. They raise the minimum, and the raise will get through pre. Queen 3 for Tonka in the big. Yeah, fold. Blinds go up. Corona with a couple of queens. Tonka with an ace and a queen of the same suit. Serve them in with a king and a jack. We'll raise it on up. Corona, I think, dunks it in. Did we go for a non-all-in 3-bet? Corona makes it 4.5 blinds. 5-handed ace queen suited is super strong. Playing about 40 blinds deep. Wouldn't be surprised to see Tonka rip it all in. There it is. Serve them in quickly folds. Queens will quickly call. Any aces will do, except for the aces spades. Poker Stars did Tonka dirty there. Corona makes the flush. Tonka makes the toppest of pairs. That didn't work out. 8-8 for Tonka. We'll raise it on up. Corona now with 40 blinds. A king 7 suited in the big will call. King 10-8 flop. Bottom set for Tonka. Top pair for Corona. This will go check, bet, call. We're off to the turn. Just kidding. Corona leads for a big blind. Does Tonka just call? They do. We see the deuce of diamonds on the turn. Corona will bet 1.6 blinds. Tonka goes in the tank. We could raise, we could call. We see a 10 of diamonds on the river, so that's a boat for Tonka. They'll get the pot. They ain't folding. Corona might even stick in a few more pennies. They check it on over to Tonka, who will bet for value. What size? Like 7 blinds? What do we do, Tonka? 8 blinds? 8 blinds it is. Corona, thinking things through. We'll find the call and see the bad news. Tonka back up to 40 blinds. That's a nice pot going their way. Jack 9 for drawing dead. We'll raise under the gun. Queen 10 for Jack Bauer. We'll go for the 3-bet once again. We love to see it. Small 3-bet. They stay consistent with the 5.1x size. The 5.1 big blind size is what I'm trying to say, not x. 5.1 big blind size. That's what I'm trying to say. Yep. Tonka with a couple of aces. Drawing dead with a 10 and a 9. We see a queen 6-3 flop goes check, bet, fold. Doopity doo 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 doo. Drawing dead has a couple of backdoor straight draws, but they will just fold on the flop. Jack 8 for Jack will fold. Tonka in the big with a 7 and a 2. Serve them in, folds the a6, and it looks like Tonka will get a walk. 3 deuce for drawing dead. Could always put some pressure on Tonka, but they say no, we'll walk it out. Ace Jack for drawing dead will raise. Jack Bauer will defend the queen 10 off, likely with a call. Boo bitty boo. They're in the tank. They could go for a 3-bet. This time it wouldn't work out for them. They do find the 3-bet. 6.1 blinds. About 4 more to call. Ace Jack will come along to the flop in position. Queen Jack 2 flop. Poker Stars would totally put an ace on the turn. A 9 also works for Jack. A queen also gets the job done. Backdoor spades for Jack. They got a lot going on here. They go for a small bet. 4 spades on the turn. That's good news for us. Jack will put in another bet here. And we'll see how long drawing dead hangs on. I don't think we want to check call with our straight draw and our flush draw. Jack does go for another big sizing, 13.2 blinds into 20. Again, leaving himself with 17.5 behind. There would be about 46 big blinds in the middle. It's just an interesting sizing. I think we gotta find the call here. Do we rip it all in? We do find the call. See 17.5 blinds, 46 in the middle. Jack Bauer's deep in the tank. We'll check it on over. Goes check, check. Ace Jack wins a huge ass pot. King 6 for drawing dead. We'll raise it on up. That was a nice play with the ace and the jack. Waited for Jack Bauer to go a little buck wild. They had the flush draw and the open-ended straight draw, so it took a while, but Jack found a spot to put in a big bluff ski. Didn't work out for him this time. King 9 will flop top pair, Tonka with 2 overcards and the straight or backdoor straight draw and the obvious flush draw. He smack a Jack on the turn. Boopity boo. King 9 checks it over. Ace Jack will bet 2 blinds into 6.5. Another Jack on the river, so the flush draws miss. Drawing dead might pay off another bet here, and it looks like it's going to be large. 11 blinds in the middle. We might even overbet. What size do we go, Tonka? Like 14? 13 and a half blinds? Tonka says pot 10.7 into 10.9. And I think, again, drawing dead finds the call. He does have the king of spades in his hand, which is a pretty bad card to be holding. Do we find the fold because of that? Maybe so. Drawing dead does land on the fold. Nicely done. King queen for serve Lamin. Ace queen for Corona. We'll see the jam. Or 5 blinds. That works too. Corona will rip it all in. Or go for the non-all-in 3-bet. No, they just stick it all in. Ace and a king on the flop, but there's no more kings for serve Lamin, so they're Gonzo, Alonzo in 5th. Corona with 40 blinds once again. King 8 suited for Corona will bet and take it down pretty. So we got Jack hanging out with 15 blinds, drawing dead still with the big stack, 120 blinds. Tonka still a pretty big stack in second place with 47 bigs. Dibbity doo. Corona with 41 once again. 10-9 for drawing dead, we'll open it on up. Queen Jack for Tonka will fold. 4-4 for Corona. In the big blind waiting patiently, we'll call. Queen 9-9 flop goes check, bet, fold, and we're moving along. Doopity doo. Doopity doo. Doopity doo. 5-8 suited for drawing dead, might just get a walk here. That they do. King and a 10 for drawing dead. Corona with an ace and a 6. We'll see an open from the button. Potentially a 3-bet or call from drawing dead. Do we ever fold? 4-handed, I don't think so. I think it's going to be a 3-bet. And the 3-bet gets through. Queen Jack for Corona. They'll open it on up. King 8 folds for drawing dead. Jack Bauer with a king and a 4 in the big. We'll also let this go. Dibbity doo. Corona gets one through. Ace queen for Tonka. Jack with an ace and a 9. Hopefully doesn't jam. We very well could see the all-in. There it is. Jack needs a 9 or the 6. Queen on the turn will dead Jack. Just like that, we're down to 3. Tonka with an ace and a king. We see drawing dead with a Jack and a 6. Playing 60 blinds deep. We'll play the 4x open. Hopefully Tonka just calls. Let's go to the flop, but Tonka will likely raise. What size do we go? 12 blinds? 11 and a half. Boopity boo. Drawing dead will find the fold. 8-6 for drawing dead. We'll raise it on up. 8-5 for Tonka will fold. 4-7 for Corona will also hit the muck, I think. Yep. 5-10 for drawing dead. Gets a walk. King queen for drawing dead. Do we 3-bet once again? Put a lot of pressure on Corona with the ace-3 suited. No, we might go 3 ways to a flop. 10-8-5. So no pair for nobody. Corona with a backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Same for Tonka. 2 overcards for drawing dead. Goes check, check, bet, fold, fold. And we're moving along. Ace deuce for drawing dead. We'll open it up. Ace-6 for Tonka will 3-bet to 11 blinds. This is a huge ass raise. It will certainly get the job done. Ace-5 for Tonka. They'll raise it on up. Jack-6 for drawing dead. We'll call the big blind. Queen 10-7 flop goes check. Do we bet here with our backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw? Tonka says yeah, 1.5 blinds into 6. Backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw for drawing dead. Doopity doo, jack and a 10 for Corona, we'll open it on up. Queen 6 for Tonka, we'll 3-bet. And take the pot down pre. Jack 9 suited for drawing dead. We'll raise it up. Ace 10 for Corona calls. Jack 6 5 flop goes check. Bet, call, and we're off to the turn. Right, there we go. 3 of hearts. Goes check. Do we fold or bet fold? Check, bet, fold? No, check, check. 6 on the turn. What I was trying to ask is Corona done with the hand? Do we put another penny in the pot? I think drawing dead will bet again. And the question is, do we call? I think we just fold the ace 10. Corona might flick in a call. You know what? I see jack 9 and that's why I'm saying we'd fold. I think Corona calls. Fold, Corona. Do it. We're back and forth. I don't know what's going to happen. Corona, let your hand go. Nice fold by Corona. There, very nicely done. Ace 10 for Corona. They'll go for the 3x open and take it down pre. 8-6 for drawing dead. We'll limp it on in. Tonka with the jack and a 9. We'll check it on back. 8-7-6 flop. 2 pair for drawing dead. Tonka with the open ender. A 5, a 10, backdoor spades. See the 4 of hearts on the turn. Scary card for your 2 pairs. There's a 1-liner to the 5. Hearts get there as well. We see the 4 of spades on the river. Does it go check check? I don't think so. I think drawing dead bets. I think Tonka folds. Half pot is the bet, and Tonka quickly folds. Boppity bop. Jack 2 for Tonka. We'll limp it on in. Corona with an ace and a 10 will do something. Let's go for the raise. 3.5 blinds. The raise will take down the pot pre. 7-5 for Tonka. 9-9 for Corona. See a raise, potentially a 3-bet. What size would we go? Corona says, I'm playing 30 blinds deep, let's just play call. Ace Jack 9 flop. So Corona's got bottom set and he's letting Tonka blast off into him. 2.7 blinds into 6.4. I think we just call on the flop. The board's super wet. Corona could raise. Get a lot of value from a lot of worse holdings. Instead we see a call, a jack on the turn. I think it goes check check now. No, Corona leads out for small, and the lead will take down the pot. King 4 for Corona, I think we'll fold, drawing dead, with an 8 and a 6. We'll raise it up to 3.5 blinds, and the raise gets through. 10-8 for drawing dead. Excuse me. 10-8 for drawing dead, we'll raise and take it down pre. Jack and a 10 for Corona, we'll limp it on in. Drawing dead with a 9 and a 3. Are we going to raise it up? Put Corona in a pickle? Not this time. Queen 8-4 flop goes check. Do we bet with our 9 high, backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw? Got a couple interesting cards. Instead the flop goes check check 9 on the turn, so Corona makes a straight. Drawing dead makes a pair of 9s. That's the flush draw though. Corona disconnects. Bad timing for having internet issues. Corona reconnects. They'll check it on over. I don't think we bet, but drawing dead could put in a little bet ski looking to check back the river. They do bet a big blind. Corona ain't folding. We could go for the raise. Oh no, jack of clubs on the river, drawing dead. Might just check here and win the pot. Do 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 buddy do do. They do check and win a small pot. It's only 4 blinds or so, but would have been cool to see Corona get back in the game. They've got 37 blinds, so they're not out of it. It's just, you know, why doesn't drawing dead throw some chips around? Anyways, we got a jack 9-8 flop. Goes bet, fold, and we're moving along. King 10 for Tonka. Corona with an ace and a 4. Blinds go up. Did I say that? We're moving along. King and a 10 for Tonka, limping it in. Dippity doo. Oh, what the hell? Playing with my chords, getting caught in my feet. 999. Nope. Just a 9 and a 9 and a 5 on the flop. Goes check, check, king. Nope, a 10 on the turn. Holy shit, my brain's broken. Should I take a break? Maybe so. Ace 10 for Corona. We'll raise it on up. 7 deuce for drawing dead. We'll likely fold. Boppity bop. 5-3 for Corona. We'll raise it on. No. We were suited and booted. Corona's tightening on right on up. 9-4 for drawing dead. We'll raise it on up. King 7. We'll call. We get an ace 10 3 or ace 10 2 flop. Holy moly. Tonka calls, jack on the turn. It's a diamond, so Tonka picks up a flush draw, has the straight draw to the queen. Drawing dead has a pair draw. 9 high. We'll check fold and we're moving along. 9-5 for Tonka, we'll limp it on in. Corona with a king and a 2, we'll check it on. Back king 8-4 flop goes check, check. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Tonka might bet. Corona might bet. Tonka checks. Corona checks. It does go check, check. Queen on the turn. Do. Tonka won't put in any pennies. Corona will give him a free river. Tonka puts in a blind. Nicely done by Corona. Do we raise our pair of kings here? Be a very thin value raise. Corona finds it. And the raise will get through. King 8 for Tonka. We'll raise, drawing dead, with a queen and an 8. That's a 9. Queen and a 9. Queen 9-6 flop goes check, check. King on the turn. Bad news for Tonka, unless he's going to make a pair of kings. Nope, that would be 3 of a kind. Unless he makes 2 pair with king 8. What about a 6? A 6 also works. Drawing dead bets 3 blinds. We get the 8 of hearts on the river, so it's good news for Tonka. 13 blinds will slide their way. Drawing dead will bet large, and Tonka might just play call here. It would be nice to see a raise. They do just find the call. They probably won't be too happy about it, other than the fact that they do get the pot. But they realized they could have got some more value on the end there. Right? I think so. I could be wrong. Maybe drawing dead folds to the raise on the river. Anyways, we're moving along. A pair of 9s versus a pair of 7s. Drawing dead sees 4 blinds in the middle. We'll bet 4 more. Tonka in a weird spot with the ace and the 7. We'll land on the call. Deuce of diamonds on the river. Drawing dead might slow down now. They might put in another little value bet. I don't think we go near pot this time. Just kidding, 8 blinds. It's a large value bet here, and it gets paid off. Nicely done by drawing dead. King 5 for drawing dead, ace 5 for Tonka. We see a raise. Potentially a call. Potentially a 3 bet. 11 blinds to go. Tonka goes for the big sizing once again. And drawing dead will likely fold. Queen 8 for Corona. We'll limp it on in. Drawing dead with a 9 and a 3. We'll do something eventually. They check it on back. Ace Jack 9 flop goes bet fold. No, it doesn't. Why would drawing dead fold? It's got a pair of 9s. Just gotta wait to see what's gonna happen. Queen 8 for Corona. Boppity 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 boo. Sees a 2 on the turn. We'll bet about 3 blinds into 4. Drawing dead with that pair of 9s. We'll find another call here. That's a big call by drawing dead. 10 blinds in the middle. The 9s are good providing they don't fold. And I don't know if Corona fires another barrel. They do just check with the Queen 8. And there we go. Drawing dead takes the pot. Ace and a 5 for Tonka in the big blind. Drawing dead with a 7 and a 5. We'll see some sort of action. And then Tonka's reaction. 3.5x from drawing dead. Tonka will likely call. We could raise. Tonka lands on the call. We both make a pair of 5s. Interesting board here for both of these hands. 6-5-2. Both players with middle pair. Backdoor straight draw for drawing dead. Backdoor flush draw for Tonka. A 9 of clubs on the turn, so drawing dead's looking for a 7 or an 8. Do. What about a 9? Nope, that doesn't work. That would just be 2 pairs with the 7 kicker for drawing dead. Oh no, we get the 8 of clubs on the river, so drawing dead running a little hot here. 17 blinds will slide their way. I don't know if they get any more on top of that. They will bet 12.1. And Tonka might find the call, but there's a 1-liner to a 7. 10-7 makes the nuts. And a nice fold on the river. Ace-4 for Corona, 7-6 for drawing dead. We see an open and a call. King-6-6 flop, drawing dead's running pretty hot. They're playing great cards too, 115 blinds. They deserve them all. They bet 1. Looking to scoop the 5 in the middle with a 3 of a kind, and they do take it down on the flop. 5-8 for Corona, 3-3 for drawing dead. Drawing dead gets a walk. Boppity bop. 8-6 for drawing dead. We'll limp it in. Jack-2 for Tonka. We'll check it back. King-10-4 flop goes. Bet fold. Nope. Drawing dead will check it on over. Pick up a straight draw to this 7 on the turn. Might bet now. Tonka still with the jack high. No draw. Sees an over bet. 3 blinds into 2.4 and drawing dead will take it down. Jack-6 for Tonka will raise to 2.8 blinds. So Corona with a 7 and a 5. We're not even suited. Do we call? We're in position. That'd be fun. Let's go to the flop, Corona. Corona says not today. Ace-6 for Corona. 6-10 for drawing dead. We see a limp pot. Boppity bop. Drawing dead raises it up to 3 blinds. Get a call from Sir Corona. 10. No, that's not a 10. That's a 9-4-3 flop. All diamonds. Drawing dead bets 1.6 blinds into 6.4, and the bet will get through. Nicely done by drawing dead. Queen-6 will limp it on in. Ace-8 raises it up. And the raise gets through. Jack-8 for drawing dead. 6 and a 6 for Tonka. We see a raise and a call and a fold from the big blind. Boppity bop bop. Ace-Jack-4 flop. Boppity bop bop. Drawing dead will bet 1.35 blinds with their pair of jacks and take it on down. 9-5 for Corona. Off the 20 blind stack, we'll raise 2.5 big blinds and take it down. Jack-5 for drawing dead. We'll do something. Limp it in. Poppity boppity boo. 6-3 checks it back. Ace-9-4 flop goes. Do we bet here with our little spade draw? Drawing dead does. Takes the pot down. 10-7 for drawing dead. Raises the button. Ace-10 for Tonka. Might 3-bet. Plays call instead. 8-10 for Corona in the big. This is kind of cool. Everybody has a 10. Drawing dead running pretty pure. King-7-6 flop. Not much doing for Tonka. Has the backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Instead we see the 5 of diamonds on the turn, so none of that comes in. Tonka just with ace high. Drawing dead with a pair of 7s. We'll bet 2 blinds on the turn here. I think Tonka folds, but I could be wrong. There's so many draws out there, you're going to be playing such a guessing game on the river. Tonka says I'll just avoid that situation. Queen-8 for Corona. We'll limp it in. Drawing dead with a queen and a 6, we'll check it back. Jack-4-2 flop goes. Check. Check. 8 on the turn. Interesting. Pair for Corona. Club draw for drawing dead. Both players pick up equity. Perceived. Right? Right. Jack of hearts on the river goes. Bet fold. Check, check. Check, bet, call. No, it goes bet fold. 3.5 blinds to go into about 5, and drawing dead will lay down the queen high. Uh-oh, he's going to call with the queen high. No, he doesn't. Nicely done. 21 blinds for Corona, an ace and a jack. Tonka with a king and a jack 3-handed. This is a pretty strong holding. Tonka does just call. Jack 9-7 flop. Tonka might double up Corona on the flop here. Could see a raise, a check raise, and a 3-bet all in. Wouldn't be surprised to see a call, but instead Tonka just plays check call on the flop. Very interesting. Deuce on the turn. I still think if Corona goes 3 streets, they'll get paid off here. Providing we don't have like a 10 or 8 of hearts on the river. You know what, a heart, a 10 or an 8 would probably slow action down. Deuce of hearts. We'll see if Corona goes for the 3rd street. 12.7 blinds behind, 18.8 in the middle. Tonka with the king of hearts I think would find the big call down. Corona jams, snap call by Tonka, full double for Corona. Then an ace and a queen, Corona with a couple of kings. Drawing dead will raise it on up, Corona will 3-bet. Drawing dead could call, we could 4-bet all in. We got options here. Plays call, ace 6-5 flop, bad news for Corona. Great news for drawing dead who's running pure, sees a 10% pot size bet. Please call 4 on the turn, and Corona's upset. They're still ahead of queens, jacks, 10s, potentially 9s and 8s in there as well, but a little bit less likely. I suppose 8s and 9s would be in there. What about 7s? Drawing dead could still have 7s, I suppose. 6s, 5s, 4s. A little bit less likely, but still potentially. That ace is truly the scary card. Drawing dead will bet about 6 blinds. We get a call from the kings. 8 on the river, so there's a 1-liner to a 7. I think it goes check check, but drawing dead could also jam for value. Do we ever bet like 7 blinds for value? 8 blinds? 9? 11? That works out too. Corona might find the call here. Hopefully they just lay it down. They don't have much time bank to think this one through. Dabbity-doo. And they do find the fold. Nicely done. Queen 6 for Tonka will raise it on up. Drawing dead with a king and a 7. We'll call 10-9 for flop goes. Check bet fold. Buppity-boo. Queen 5 suited for Sir Corona on the button. I don't know if we're going to open this or not. Drawing dead with a 9 and a 7. We'll get the chance to raise from this small and take it down pre. Boppity-boo. Ace and an ace for drawing dead. That's a good hand. Jack 10 for Tonka. We'll just fold the small. Sir Corona with a 9 and a 5 will likely also hit the muck. No action for the aces. 9-5. Nope, that's a 9 and a queen for Sir Corona. Jack and a 5 for drawing dead. We'll see a 3x open and a fold. Do we ever raise the Jack 5 here? That would be cool to see. There it is, 7 blinds to go, and drawing dead will take the pot down. 9-5 for Corona. Just gonna fold the button. No surprises there. 3-7. We'll limp it on in. Ace 3 for Tonka. We'll jam it all in for 24 blinds and take it down pre. 10-3 for drawing dead on the button. With the big stack, they'll raise it on up. Sir Corona in the big with an ace. Nope, that's an 8. 8 and a 6 of the same suit. 8-5-2 flop goes check. Do we bet here with a 10-3? We got the backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Drawing dead says, yeah, we're going to bet about half pot. Sir Corona with the top of the pairs will play call, pick up a straight draw on the turn. Not much doing for drawing dead, they're just looking for a 10 here. We see a 7 of spades on the river. Sir Corona will scoop a nice pot here. They might go for a little value bet. That they do, about 2 blinds into 10, and the bet gets through. Queen Jack for Tonka will raise, drawing dead with an ace and a 7 of the same suit in the big blind. We could call, we could jam. Calling makes a lot of sense as it's so playable. Let's just go to the flop. 10-9-5. Open ender for Tonka. Not much doing for drawing dead. They'll just find the fold facing the c-bet. 6-5 for drawing dead in the small blind. We'll get the chance to put some pressure on Tonka's 9-2. We could limp it in. Drawing dead does go for the 3x and they'll take it down. 9-5 suited. They'll be right back in there. Queen Jack for Tonka. Do we jam? Do we call? Tonka says rip it all in and take it down pre. Ace and a 5 for drawing dead. Gets a walk. Queen 4 for drawing dead in the small blind. We'll limp it on in. 8-7 for Tonka in the big. We'll check it back and flop a frickin' flush. King 9-2. Drawing dead checks it on over to Tonka, who will bet a big blind, and drawing dead can let this hand go. We could also go to the turn. We do have the 4 of diamonds. Drawing dead says let's see what the turn brings us. The 5 of spades. This will go check, bet, fold surely. Queen high I suppose could be good here. We're still ahead of a few straight draws like Jack 10. But that's about it. So drawing dead will let the Queen 4 go. 8-9 for drawing dead. We'll raise and take it down pre. King and a queen for Tonka will raise and take it down pre. Boppity boo, boppity bee. A 10 and a 3 for drawing dead. 10 and an 8 for Tonka. A raise and a call, and we're off to the flop. Jack, Jack 5. Does drawing dead bet? Got the backdoor heart draw. No backdoor straight draw. Drawing dead still takes a stab. Tonka will fold the backdoor straight draw. Oh, Jack, Jack for Sir Gorona. 17 blinds deep. Tonka will limp in the king 3. We'll get a raise from the jacks. And Tonka likely to fold. Getting a great price here. Only 2 more blinds to call. Nice fold by Tonka. King 6 will get a walk for drawing dead. 3-3 for Gorona. We'll just fold the button. 10-2 will limp it on in for drawing dead. Jack 3 for Tonka in the big. We'll raise it on up to 3 blinds, and drawing dead quickly folds. Queen and a 9 for drawing dead. We'll raise and take it down pre. There's going to be a lot of that. Oh, how annoying it's going to get. Ace 5 for Tonka. Ace 3 for Gorona. We'll see a raise, potentially a 3-bet. Is it going to come in? No, Gorona just lays down the ace 3 suited. Jack 6 for drawing dead in the big blind. Has plenty of chips, but we don't really want to throw them around. Drawing dead says yes we do. Let's go for the 3-bet ourselves. Put a lot of pressure on Tonka's ace 5 here, and the ace 5 will hit the muck. King 7 suited for Gorona will raise off a 16. 3-5 suited for Tonka in the big will call. Queen 3-2 flop goes check. Do we bet? Gorona says yeah, 1 big blind to go. Tonka says okay. I got a pair of 3s. What does the turn bring us? Jack of spades. Not what we're looking for. Gorona says I could buy the pot with another bet here, I bet. Are we going to stick it in? Gorona does 2.5 blinds, and I think Tonka lets go of the pair of 3s. Nicely done by Gorona to take that one away from Tonka. Jack 5 for drawing dead. Queen 10 suited for Tonka. We'll see the jam of ace 6 folds the big, and Jack 5 will also hit the muck. Ace 2 for Gorona. Do we rip it in? Do we limp? Do we raise small? Gorona says 2.5 blinds, and the raise will get through. Jack and a 10 for drawing dead. Gonna put in a raise here, I think. What size do we go? 2.7 blinds. Tonka with the king and the 6 in the big will jam it all in and buy the pot pre-flop. Queen 10 for Tonka. Gorona with a 10 and a 6. We see a limp pot. Gorona, I think, checks back the 10-6. We'll just go to the flop. Instead, he says no, we'll raise it up. 3 blinds to go, Tonka. Tonka with the playable Queen 10 will call. Jack 5-4 flop goes check. Do we bet the 10-6? Take a stab with the backdoor straight draw? Backdoor flush draw? Then what does Tonka do with 3 in a row with the backdoor flush draw to boot? Queen high still best. And What do we do? Backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Tonka goes for the raise. We love to see it. This will buy the pot on the flop here. 3 more blinds to call, and Sir Garona lets go with a 10 high. Ace Queen gets a walk for drawing dead. That's bad news for them. Queen 7 for drawing dead. We'll do something here. We'll raise it to 3 blinds. Tonka off of 29 with a king and a 9 will call. King 8-5 flop. Good news for Tonka. They'll probably get a few bigs out of drawing dead here. 2 more is the bet on the flop. 3 on the turn. So no help for drawing dead Queen 7. They might just give it up here. Do we put in another big bet? Oh, I like it. About 7 more blinds to go. Tonka's not going to fold the top as the pairs. Do-ba-de-do-do-do-do-do. We didn't want to see the big bet. A 7 on the river will surely get a check out of drawing dead. Surely. We're going to check now, right? We blocked some 2 pairs, which is interesting. We could always turn our hand into a big bluff, go all in. Tonka with the top as the pairs might find the fold on the river. We'll see if he jams for value. Do we go for a smaller bet? Tonka says no, just jam it all in. And drawing dead with the pair of 7s is deep in the tank. 17 blinds to call, 24 in the middle. Drawing dead says, I'll just give this one up and move along. Keep my position, no need to double up Tonka, who's up to 41 bigs. Ace and a 10 for drawing dead, we'll take it down pre. Jack and a 9 for Garona, off 13 blinds. Can go for the rip, they go for the 2.5x sizing to stay consistent and take the pot down. Queen 8 for drawing dead, we'll raise and take it down pre. 5-10, drawing dead will raise once again. A couple of 6s for Tonka, will play call from the small. King 5 suited in the big for Garona. We're going to a flop 3 ways unless Garona jams. They do call and flop the freaking nuts. Backdoor straight flush draw for Tonka, but that's not the most appealing spot to be in. We see the Queen of the Hearts on the turn, locking up the board for Garona, and I don't think the other 2 put in a penny, except here's Tonka leading out the turn for 2 blinds. Garona will call, 5 on the river. 12 blinds in the middle. Garona has 10 behind, and surely this goes check, bet, fold. Right? Nope, Tonka bluffs. Bad timing. Doobity-doo. 5-4 gets a walk. Garona up to 31 blinds now. Tonka with 23, drawing dead with 100. We're still pretty well in the same position we've been in for quite a while now, where drawing dead has this big ass stack. Then Garona and Tonka are fighting for second place. Although either one of them getting a double up through drawing dead, that would make the game super interesting. As we see drawing dead open up the Queen 5 suited. Ace Queen for Tonka will go for the small, non-all-in 3 bet, just under 6 blinds. Still will get the fold. Jack 9 for Garona. What do? We go for the limp here, trying to keep the pot small out of position. Drawing dead with a at 8 and a 3. We'll raise to 3 big blinds. Get a call from the Jack 9. Queen Jack 6 flop goes check. Do we bet 8-3? Now we're going to give it up. It looks like ace on the turn is a card we can bet. Garona checks once again. Drawing dead. What size do we go? Half pot? No flush draws out there. Drawing dead says we'll just go to the river. 4 on the river. Surely we're bluffing here with our 8-3, right? Did we just put in the bet pre-flop and we were hoping to buy the pot? Garona calls with the Jack 9, makes a pair of jacks, and gets free showdown. 4-10 for drawing dead, we'll limp it on in. Tonka with a 5 and a 2 will raise it on up. The 4-10 hits the muck and we're moving along. Ace 4 for drawing dead, we'll raise it up. 5-2 suited for Garona in the big. We'll just fold. Ace 3 versus King 5. Blind on blind. Garona starts things off with a 3x raise. The raise gets raised. 8 blinds to go, says drawing dead. Garona could bluff here. 4 bet all in, or they do just land on the fold. Nice little steal there by drawing dead, and they get a King Jack of the same suit. I'll raise it on up pre-flop. 3 blinds to go. Tonka with Queen 6 off. We'll just find the fold. How boring. Ace 8 for Tonka will limp it on in. Jack and a 6 will check it on back. King Jack 9 flop goes check check. 10 on the turn, doopity doo. What's going on? Corona has the pair of jacks, the flush draw. Tonka with a straight draw to this 7 or queen. We see another 10 on the river. Corona bets real small, and the bet gets through. Jack 7 for Tonka will raise it on up. Ace 6 for Corona will fold the small. Queen 7 will call the big. King Jack Jack flop goes check. Bet. I don't know. Queen 7, we got the backdoor. Straight draws, we'll just find the fold on the flop. Ace 9 for Corona will raise. Tonka with a queen and a 10 in the big will call. King 2 flop. 2 clubs for Corona. They'll bet a big blind. Tonka with the backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw will call. 3 on the turn goes check. Bet. Do we bet again? Corona says no, we'll go to the river for free with our flush draw. Ace high's still best. And Corona takes it down. Jack 10 for drawing dead will raise it on up and take it down pre. Ace and a 9 for Tonka will raise, and king and an 8. What do we do in the small? Do we 3-bet? Corona says fold. Queen 10 suit, or queen 10 off, sorry. For drawing dead in the big will call. Ace Jack 3 flop goes check bet. Big bet. 2.1 blinds into 5. Drawing dead with the straight draw to the king will still find the call. We see a 6 on the turn. Tonka bets 5 blinds. And surely the bet gets through as drawing dead doesn't pick up a club or anything. Jack 7 for drawing dead in the small. We can raise, we can limp. What do we do? Raising 3 blinds and taking it down pre-flop. Oh, that song sucked. Okay, I'm gonna quit singing. Ace 3 for drawing dead will raise. Tonka will jam the ace 10 and take it down pre. Queen 9 for Corona. We'll limp it on in. Jack 3 for drawing dead. Who knows what's gonna happen here? Could raise, could just check it back. Drawing dead says this is a mandatory raise. 3.5 blinds to go. Good luck to you, drawing dead. And we're gonna flop 3 of a kind. Drawing dead, or sorry, Corona with the backdoor flush draw. No backdoor straight draw. 2 overcards. We see a small bet. 1.85 blinds. We are gonna get a call out of Corona's queen high ace on the turn. Goes check, bet, fold, and we're moving along. Surely we fold the queen high on the turn, and Corona does let it go. King 6 for Corona. We'll just fold. Ace Jack suited for drawing dead in the small. We'll raise 3.5 blinds and take it down pre. 10, 8 for drawing dead. We'll raise. Tonka with a king and a 9 will 3-bet. Non all in. I like to see it, and take it down pre. We're at a weird spot with Tonka hanging out at about the 30 big blind mark. They do find a 3-bet non all in there as a bluff with the king 9 suited. They get it on through, as drawing dead's going to be opening a whole lot of bullshit. 5-5 for Corona will face the 3-bet and rip it all in. Ace and a 9. 5s are holding, 5s hold on up. Drawing dead didn't hit the ace or 9. Boppity boo. Just like that, Corona's got 45 blinds. So like I was saying earlier, if anybody doubles up through drawing dead, things are going to get super interesting. As Tonka's still not out of the game, they've got 32 bigs, the jack and a 10, they got a straight draw to the 9. Corona with the ace high still best, turning a flush draw. So Tonka just needs a double up through drawing dead. They'll have 60 blinds, be in first place. Drawing dead down to some 40, tied with Corona. That'd be an interesting happening. Drawing dead still in first place by quite a bit. It's going to be, what, 25 blinds or so? But the other two are right back in the game. As drawing dead, I believe, had them down to about, what, like 15 blinds each or something? Was it 20 maybe? It was something real small. Drawing dead had at least 100 blinds. Unfortunately, hasn't been able to get the job done just quite yet. We get a jack 4-4 flop. King 9 takes a stab. Queen 7 calls with the backdoor flush draw. 3 of hearts on the turn, goes check check. 5 of hearts on the river. Drawing dead makes a flush. Corona's got queen high. They're going to go for this really small bet. This is not going to work out. It reeks of value, but in the end, the call will be made. 8-6 for Corona. King 3 for drawing dead. Limp pot. Drawing dead, raises it up and takes it down pre. Ace and a 2 of the same suit for Corona. Queen 9 suited for drawing dead. We'll see some sort of action here from the small blind. Too good of a hand just to fold, I think. The call comes in. Tonka lets go a king 8. Jack, jack 9, flop goes check. Check? I think so. 4 on the turn. Do we bet with the pair of 9s? Interesting little spot here. There's 2 flush draws out there, plenty of straight draws. Drawing dead will go for the big bet ski. And then ace high for Corona could be best. As again, there's so many draws out there, but Corona says this is such a weird spot with ace high, I'll just let this go. Ace and a 2 for Tonka folding the button. Corona with a jack and a 4 will just fold as well. Drawing dead gets a walk. King 9 for Corona will raise. Tonka in the big with a 6 and a 5. We'll call. Queen 9-8 flop goes check. Bet. Do we check back the king? Oh, king 9 does check it back. Tonka makes a straight on the turn. I was wondering if middle pair with a good kicker, do we just check back the flop, keep the pot small? Tonka will bet about pot here. Doesn't quite size up a stack to pot ratio of 1-to-1, but Tonka can still jam on the river if he gets called on the turn here. And nicely done by Corona, escaping all the danger. Doesn't even put in a little bet on the flop. Could have got raised off his equity right there and then. Tonka makes this straight on the turn. They bet and take the pot down. Oh, ace king suited gets a walk. You hate to see it. And then an ace and an 8 versus an ace and a jack. Limp pot. Tonka says no, it's not. They'll raise it on up to about 3.5 blinds. They go 3.15. Drawing dead. Do we rip? We do rip. And then Tonka says, okay, I guess we call. No 8 dealer. No 8 dealer. Come on. Just like that, Tonka's tied for first place with drawing dead with 51 blinds. Sir Corona has an ace and a jack this time. Drawing dead will raise it on up. Sir Corona. Do we 3-bet all in? Do we ever go like 8 blinds? 7 blinds? 7.5 or something? Corona says, no, we'll just call. King 10 4 flop. Flop goes check, bet, call. 6 on the turn. So drawing dead, drawing to the 8. A 9 or a 7. They work as well. The big bet could also get the job done here as Corona only has the straight draw to the queen. They do find the call deuce on the river. 20 blinds will go Corona's way if this goes check, check. Surely we fire away drawing dead. Do it. Do it now. Could you imagine if drawing dead bluffs, which he does, and then Corona finds the hero call with ace jack? Whoa, wee wah. So both flush draws a miss. All the straight draws except for 3-5 miss. Sir Corona thinks about it for a little bit, but unfortunately they do land on the fold option. It's a big pot going drawing dead's way as they're back in first place with 61 blinds. King 7 suited for Corona will rip and take it down pre. Queen for Corona will raise. Tonka in the big with a king and a 9. Will likely call. We could 3-bet. Ace queen jack flop as Tonka calls pre. Small bet by Corona. Straight draw for Tonka to the 10. We'll just find the fold on the flop. 4-8 for Tonka. We'll limp it on in. 10-7-7 flop. Corona with a straight draw to the 9. And jack high is best for the time being. King on the turn. Doopity-doo. Doopity-doo. Tonka bets pot. What do we do here with our jack 8? Corona does let it go. It's a nice one for Tonka to steal away. Queen jack for Tonka will raise the button. Drawing dead in the big with a king and an 8 will defend. 10-6-5 flop goes check. Check? Do we bet with the 3 in a row? Tonka says yes we do, and we're going to bet quite large. About 3.5 blinds will get the pot. Jack 8 for drawing dead. We'll limp it on in. Jack 5 for Tonka. What do we do? Raise? 3.15? No, Tonka says let's just go to the flop. Queen, 10, 4. Both players have 3 in a row. Drawing dead at least has a straight draw to the 9. They're going to bet a big blind. Get a call and pick up the flush draw on the turn. No help for Tonka. This surely just goes bet fold, right? 4.2 blinds into 4.4, and the bet gets through. Queen 8 limps it on in. King 4 thinking about a raise. We'll check it on back. Queen Jack 6 flop. Goes bet. Do we fold king high on the flop here? We don't have a diamond in our hand. No backdoor heart draw. We may as well just let this one go. Queen 4 for Corona. 9-10 suited for drawing dead in the big. We'll see a raise, potentially a 3-bet. We just get the call from drawing dead who flops a frickin' straight. Corona with the queen high. Straight draw to the 5. We'll check it on over. Drawing dead bets really small. And takes the pot down. Ace Jack for Corona will raise. Tonka will call the big with a 10 and a 9, unless Corona rips it all in, but for 17 blinds. Surely this is a min open. 8-7-5 flop. Good news for Tonka with the open ender leads on out. 1.5 blinds into about 5. Corona with 15 behind, doesn't see a diamond on the flop. 2 overcards, will just find the fold on the flop. They figure Tonka's going to continue on the turn most times, so let's just let go on the flop and save ourselves a blind and a half. Deuce 8 for Corona, will just fold. Looks like they're on the ropes here. Ace 10 suited, do we jam? No, Corona says let's go to the flop. King 8 for Tonka in the big. Ace King Jack flop. Good news for Corona with the top as the pairs in the straight draw. Just sweating a king or an 8. Boo, bets real small. 10, or that's not a 10, that's a 9. 9 on the turn goes check. Check? What do we do here with Ace 10? Corona says bet 3 blinds. Flush draws and straight draws and whatnot. King 8 does find the call and makes a straight on the river here. Goes all in. 2 pair for Corona. Do we fold? I don't think so. Corona. Wait, what the hell? King 8 didn't make a straight? I am so sorry. I am so blind. I thought the king was a queen, even though Tonka already said King 8. Holy shit. Okay, so my brain messed up there. I thought Tonka had a straight real bad. I thought we were gonna lose Corona. No, we're fine. Sit back and relax. Sit back and relax. Corona gets the full double. Well, if you can't laugh at yourself. Holy shit, was I ever wrong there. 4 cards in a row is not a straight. King 8-2 flop goes check, bet, call. 9 on the turn. Huh. This is why I don't trust myself all the time. 7 on the river. Corona with the 2 pairs. We'll lead on out and take the pot down. Could have swore he made a straight on the river. E7 for Corona will limp it on in. 4-7 for drawing dead. Drawing dead will raise it on up. Corona not going nowhere with the ace and the 7. Ace Queen Jack flop. They're certainly not going nowhere. Drawing dead deep in the tank. They will just check it on back, which is pretty interesting. I do kind of like how they do take some stabs pre-flop and then just give up when their opponent makes a pair on the flop. It's like some wizardry. 10 on the turn. Goes check, check. 7 on the river. So drawing dead picks up a little pair. There's still a one-liner to a king out there. Sir Corona will bet 1.5 blinds and take the pot down. Ace Queen for Corona. King 10 for Tonka. Doopity-doo. We'll see a raise and a call, and we're up to the flop. 7-6-3. All diamonds. Tonka with a diamond. Corona without. Get the ace of diamonds on the turn. Super interesting, except it's not really. Like Tonka with a 10 of diamonds says, okay, do I check it on over? Do I bet really small? Tonka says check. Corona says there's 4 diamonds out there. I made the toppest of pairs. We'll just check. 5 on the river. Tonka will bet real small. About half pot? Do we bet like 3 blinds? Tonka says goes full pot. I think the ace will fold here. I could be wrong though. Corona goes in the tank here. The ace does fold. Nice fold there by Corona. Looks like the bet was just a little bit too big by Tonka. But I suppose the bet might just accomplish the same thing had he bet like 2.4 blinds. Or around half pot or whatever. Maybe Garona still lays down the pair of aces, so you may as well bet and try to get called by the worst flushes. And bet large. So that makes a lot of sense. That's what Tonka's trying to teach us right there, I think. Anyways, we got a 4-liner on the board, 2 flush draws. Tonka with the 4 high will bet and take the pot down. 10-6 for Garona. Will limp it on in or just fold? They just fold. We're moving along. King 8 for drawing dead. Raise it on up. Do it. Ah, they limp it on in. 10. That's not a 10, that's a 9 and a 5 for Tonka. Both players flop an open-ended straight draw on the Queen Jack 10 flop. Drawing dead, bets 1.5 blinds and takes the pot down. King Jack for Tonka in the small sees a drawing dead open. Tonka can 3-bet or call. They go for the 3-bet option. 9.3 blinds to go and the bet will get through. Queen 5 for Tonka. 6-6 for Garona. See a raise and a call. There it is. Jack 9-8 flop. Bad news for 6-6. Drawing dead. Not in love with this flop, but they do make the best hand. They're very likely to hold up. We'll check back the flop 4 on the turn. I don't think any bets go in here. Does drawing dead ever bet to protect their hand? Do 6s ever turn themselves into a bluff? 6s could bluff. Try to get an 8 or a 9 to fold at some point. And drawing dead does bet to protect their hand, so they put in a 1.8 big blind bet. And the 6s fold. Ace 8 for Garona will bet 2 blinds. Tonka in the big with a queen and a king will call. Ace 7 2 flop goes check, bet, fold. Nope, Tonka's gonna call. The bet's real small. We got 3 in a row. King high is no good. Tonka does lay it down. Man, sometimes you just gotta watch the action, and sometimes when you make predictions, you look real stupid. King 6 versus 3-6, 10-2 flop goes check, bet, fold, and no, check, bet, call. Backdoor straight flush draw. 28 big blinds deep. Garona says no, check raise. Backdoor flush draw, check raise. There we go, and Garona gets the king high to fold. 10 and a 5 for Garona will fold. Queen 5 for Garona will likely fold. 6-2 follows suit. Tonka gets a walk. 6-8 suited for drawing dead will raise the button. King 3 suited for Tonka could 3-bet. And do 7s fold? 7s hit the muck. And drawing dead will also fold to 6-8. Nice little steal there by Tonka. 8-6 suited for Garona will limp it on in. King Jack for drawing dead will raise it on up. And Garona will call. 10-9 4 flop goes check, bet, call. Nope, check. 10 on the turn. Drawing dead with a straight draw to the queen. 2 overcards. The board does pair on the turn. Garona with the straight draw to the 7 goes for the big bet ski. The bet gets called. Queen on the river. Drawing dead makes the best straight. Garona will put in another bluff here. 8.5 blinds. And drawing dead's going to think about jamming all in here. We're 3-handed. The board's paired. We got a damn good straight here. I think we can go all in. There it is. Drawing dead finds it. And the jam gets through, of course. Ace 3 waiting in the big blind. 6-3 will limp it on in. 9-7-2 flop. Both players with backdoor straight draws. Get the 8 of hearts on the turn, so drawing dead looking for a 5, a 6, or a 10. They'll bet 1.5 blinds and the bet will get through as blinds go up. King and a 2 for Garona in the big. Might get a walk. King Queen for drawing dead will get a walk. How boring. I guess Garona's only got 13 or 14 blinds, they do raise the ace 8 non all in. They go for the minimum raise and take it down pre. 7-8 for drawing dead. We'll raise Corona with a queen and a 6 in the big. We'll jam it all in. Nicely done. The jam gets through. 6-2 for Tonka. We'll fold. 3-7 for Corona. We'll fold. Drawing dead gets another walk. So Corona off 18 blinds, looking for another double up through drawing dead off the 58 big blind stack. Tonka with 35, patiently waiting and hanging out. We want Corona to bust. We don't want to play this bloated pot in position with a marginal holding the ace 3, so we're going to 3-bet pre-flop, make it about 8 bigs, and drawing dead will find the fold. Queen 10 for drawing dead. We'll raise. Tonka folds to small with an ace. Sir Corona will rip in the king 5 suited and take it down pre. Queen 6 for Corona. We'll raise 2.5 blinds, drawing dead with a queen and a 2. We're both suited and booted. Drawing dead will rip it all in and take it down pre. That's cool to see. Ooh, ace 8 for Corona. We'll raise 2 blinds. Ace king for drawing dead. We'll go for a 3-bet. And I suppose Corona can fold. 18 blinds in total. The 3-bets to 5 bigs. Whoa, this is a small 3-bet. Do we call? Do we jam? Oh, I hope Corona folds. Fold. Ah, there we go. Corona does let it go. 8 and a 10 for drawing dead. We'll raise it on up. 6-7 suited for Tonka. We'll call from the small. Very interesting off the 38 big blind stack and flop a pair of 6s. 9-6-3 flop. Drawing dead with the straight draw to the 7. Doobity-doo. They'll bet about 4 blinds. And Tonka folds the pair of 6s, so nice little steal there by drawing dead. Interesting hand there by Tonka to call with the 6-7 suited from the small blind, flop a pair. The board's super wet, so you're going to be guessing on turn and river a lot. And drawing dead has the ability to, oh, look at this, put a lot of pressure on you with the ace and the 3. Tonka with a couple of 10s, 3-handed, the 5th best hand in poker. You gotta stick it all in. And drawing dead will fold the ace high. But that was a big one going Tonka's way. He's up to 44 blinds. Corona with a king and a queen will rip it all in and take it down pre. Ace and a king for drawing dead. Queen 8 for Corona in the big. We'll call. We see a 5-5-5 flop. Backdoor flush draw for drawing dead. Any ace or king gives him the boat. Boppity boo. Corona will lay down the queen high. King and queen for Corona can rip it from the small. I wonder if we ever limp or bet small off the 13 big blind stack. Corona says no, just rip it in. Ace jack for Tonka in the big, sees a limp. I think we raise it up here. We do want to keep the pot small. We're in position. Tonka says 3.5 blinds to go, so we don't really care about keeping the pot small now, do we? 9-3 for Tonka. The two Corona and Tonka chatting it on out. Unfortunately, we don't get to see what they said. 5-5 for Tonka will raise, drawing dead in the big with an ace and a 6 will call. 8-4-3 flop goes check. Beep 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 boo. Bet. Call. That's a small bet. Drawing dead says no, we're gonna raise it up with the backdoor straight draw, backdoor nut flush draw. And Tonka says, what mess did I get myself into here? Do we just fold 5-5 on the flop here? Tonka says, yes we do. Just like that, we're moving along. Nice little steal there by drawing dead. They got a jack and a 3, they'll raise 3.5 blinds. Tonka with a jack and a 7 in the big. Oh no, Tonka's in a pickle here. They had the 45 blinds to drawing dead about 50. Sir Corona, however many they had, was the short stack just waiting to bust. Or double up, you know, one of the two options. Drawing dead with an ace and a king, we'll raise it on up and flop top pair. Corona with nothing doing. We'll check fold. 7-10 for Tonka, we'll fold. King queen suited for Corona. Again, do we ever raise small? Like, yeah, Corona says 2.5 blinds to go. The raise will get through. The hand's just so strong. I wonder if you want to take it post flop. 5-3 suited for drawing dead. We'll limp it on in. King and a 9 for Tonka. Flopping a pair of 9s. Queen 9-8 flop goes check. Check? Do we bet? We're just going on the turn for free. Jack of clubs. So drawing dead picks up the flush draw, looking for any club. Tonka with a straight draw, the pair of 9s. Sees the half pot size bet and the club blocker. Interesting. Jack on the river. 5 blinds in the middle. We'll see if drawing dead wants them. They do. 3 blinds to go. And Tonka still finds the call. That's a nice pot going Tonka's way. 44 blinds for Tonka. Jack 8 off for drawing dead. We'll raise and take it down pretty. So 56 blinds for drawing dead. Ace and a jack for Tonka. They're going to raise and take it down pretty. Corona with about 12 blinds. Barely hanging in there. You know, if they do get a double up to 22, if it's through drawing dead, that'd be pretty cool. Ooh, ace 5 versus ace ace. We'll see a raise. Do we just call pre-flop? We do. Queen 10-7 flop. Goes check. Do we check ace 5? Is Corona getting any more chips here? They're going to get at least 1.3 blinds. If they jam, the raise will get through, so they find the call. 3 of diamonds on the turn, drawing dead with a flush draw. They are not drawing dead with the ace 5. Looking for a diamond. Drawing dead will bet 2 more blinds. 5 on the river will go check check. Nice pot going Corona's way. I wonder if we bluff here with the pair of 5s. Try to get a 10 to fold or a 7. Drawing dead says no, not likely. We'll just check our pair of 5s and see the bad news. So Corona's got 17 blinds after almost getting a double up through drawing dead there. 10-7 suited, they're going to pass on the spot, wait for Tonka, and drawing dead to have a big war. King Jack suited versus Queen 10 Jack. 9-7 flop, all diamond, or that's not a diamond, that's a spade. Drawing dead with a 10 of spades, the open-ended straight draw will bet a big blind. Tonka with top pair will call. 9 on the turn. Goes. What do we do? Do we bet again? Drawing dead says no, we'll slow down. Tonka with the top as the pairs go bet to protect. Bet to get some value. Whereas Jack X will call you. Pair 7s. A lot of 10x, maybe an 8x. 7 on the river. All the spadeds. All the spadeds. River goes check check, and Tonka will take down a nice pot, putting himself just below drawing dead with 47.1 blinds. King 3 suited will raise, drawing dead will call the big. We're off to a flop. Ace 8-7 goes check. Do we bet? We do bet. Tonka says King 3, no heart out there. King high must go for a little bet ski. Drawing dead will call with the pair of 8s. Has a straight draw on the turn to a 6 or a jack. Goes check. Do we bet again? Bet again. Do it. Bet large. No, Tonka's gonna give it on up. 3 of diamonds on the river, I think goes check check. And drawing dead reestablishes first place. Whoa, are we bluffing? Somebody let me know what's going on here with the pair of 8s. Is the pair of 3s gonna call? This would be a ridiculous value bet if it's coming in. Does Tonka raise? No way we call here with the pair of 3s. What an interesting little happening that was as drawing dead picks up a couple of kings. No action for them though. 3.5 big blind raise. We'll take it down pretty. Ace and a 2 for drawing dead. We'll raise. 6-5 for Corona. 8s without a diamond. It was like a half pot size bet or something. It felt like value, but it felt like such a weird spot where that hand would be going for a value bet. Are we trying to get an ace to fold or some shit? I'm not sure at all. So confused. A 6-5 with the straight draw to the 7. Goes to the check raise bluff. Corona gets it on through. 21 blinds for Corona. So there we go. Corona's getting all these chips from drawing dead. Tonka's got 40 blinds and an ace and a jack in the big. King 7 will raise the button. Do. Tonka rips it all in. Takes it down pretty. Jack 9 for drawing dead. 10-6 for Garona in the big. Just folds. King Jack suited for Tonka. Ace 9 for Garona. 7-6 suited for drawing dead. We could go 3 ways to a flop. Garona says no, we'll just rip it all in. Tonka says, do I call? I've got no idea. There's a bunch of pocket pairs that do this. There's a lot of ace X that does this that we've got like 40% against. As we see Tonka with 46%. They do find the call. Ace 9 flops 2 pairs and deads Tonka on the turn. What a huge pot going Garona's way as they've got 40 blinds. Tonka now the short stack with 23. Queen 10 for drawing dead. Limping it in. King 2 for Tonka. We'll check it on back. King Queen 5 flop. Whew, so now Garona and drawing dead are waiting for Tonka to bust, but they've got the 23 big blind stack, so they were pretty well are sitting exactly where Garona was. They just traded positions. Drawing dead has the slight chip advantage over Garona. Tonka still in the game with 23 bigs, making 2 pairs on the turn here. We'll go for the check raise. Nope, that's not a check raise now, is it? It's a lead and a raise and a call and a 10 on the river. Full double up for Tonka coming on in, I think. He's got 18, 19 blinds, 11 in the middle. How do we get them all? I don't think we just jam. Do we just jam? Do we just rip it all in? Tonka says just rip it all in. We're looking for the full double up here. 2 pair for drawing dead will land on the all in. Tonka will get the full double. Bop-a-dee-boo. And just like that, drawing dead now switches positions with Tonka. Tonka in first place with a couple of 6s will jam it all in. Ace 9 for Garona folds and the Ace 3 folds for drawing dead. Boopity-boo. So just like that, Tonka at first place, drawing dead, who had that huge ass chip advantage. It was like 100 blinds, 130 or something like this, to like 15 and 20. It was something ridiculous like that. Now drawing dead in third place position with 20 blinds. Like I said 2 seconds ago. Garona with 38, Tonka with 53, drawing dead, limping in, King 9, 7-9, checks it on back, Queen 10-9, flop goes check, and a check 10 on the turn. Turn goes check. Check 8 on the river. No straight for Tonka. The king still plays, drawing dead will take the pot. Queen 10 for drawing dead. We'll raise it on up and face the all in again from ace 10, and the jam gets through. 8-8 versus a couple of 6s, and we see Garona with a 6 being folded. That's bad news for drawing dead. Just call. Ah, damn it, they jam. They've got a lot less than 18%. Boppity boo. Just like that, Tonka will take the pot down. 9 and a 9. We lose drawing dead. Garona with an 8 and a 3. They're gonna limp it on in. So we're playing about 36 big blinds deep. Tonka raises to 3.5 blinds facing the limp, and the raise will get through. Holy wee was. We got a 70k hit. No, that's not 70. Holy shit, that was some bad math right there. It's 40 plus 13, which is 53, and I said 70. So we got 53k heads up battle. That's pretty cool to see. Garona with a straight draw to the deuce will go for the check raise. Tonka calls with the pair of 3s and the backdoor flush draw. Picks up a club on the turn. Garona bets real large. What the hell's going to happen here? Does Tonka call again? With the best of it with the pair of 3s? He doesn't, makes the flush on the river. Is the game over? Does Garona just jam here? We got 5 high. Are we all in? We got the club blocker. Ooh, Garona does check and give up the bluff. Great timing, as Tonka will jam it all in for value. Doopity-doo, quick fold and we're moving along. So 22 blinds deep. Garona with a 4 and a 2 will limp it on in. 8 queen for Tonka. We'll check it back. King 10, 3 flop goes check. Bet, call, 3 on the turn. Do we fire away? We do, says Garona, and the bet gets through. Ace 4 for Garona. We'll limp it on in. Jack 7, 7 flop. Goes check, check, deuce on the turn. Tonka with 5 high. We'll check it back to the river. 9 of clubs goes check. Nope. Garona bets a big blind for value with the ace high, and the bet gets through. 3, 6 for Tonka. 8-4 for Corona. Queen 10-2 flop goes check, bet, fold. Doopity doo, blinds go up. Ace queen for Corona. 9-2 for Tonka. Limp pot. No, it's not. 3.5 blinds to go. Tonka says I'm gonna fold. Another bad song coming in. King 3 for Tonka. King 5 for Corona. We get a limp pot. 6-3, 3 flop goes check, check. 10 on the turn. 3 of a kind for Tonka. What do we do? We bet over the pot, and the bet gets through. Queen 5 suited versus Queen 7 suited. Limp pot. Corona checks it on back. King 8-2 flop. 10 on the turn. Doopity doo 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 doo. Goes check, check, jack on the river. Goes check, check, and we chop the pot. 8 and a 9 for Corona. 7-4 suited for Tonka. Corona's suited as well. 5-4-3 flop. So we got a pair and a straight draw versus the flush draw. Corona with the 2 overcards to boot. Checks back the flop. Ace on the turn. Goes check, check, 8 on the river. Tonka checks. Corona bets a blind, and Tonka quickly calls and sees the bad news. Queen 6 versus 8-2. 4-3-2 flop goes check, bet, call. What does the turn bring us? Do we fold the pair of 2s on the flop here? You know what? Corona says, I hate this hand already, even though I got a pair of 2s, so he folds right on the flop. What do you know? 9-9 for Corona. Will raise and get a call from King 6. Queen Jack 7 flop goes check, check. Deuce on the turn. Tonka with the spade draw. Looking for a king. Corona just looking to not see a bet here. Does see the 2.8 big blind bet, and he will find the fold. 5-8 versus 5 jack. We both flop a pair of 5s, that is. Goes check, check. Queen on the turn. Goes check, check. 4 on the river. Goes Corona might bet here and bet real small. Tonka would snap call. There we go. Corona bets a blind and a snap call, and we're moving along. 10-4 versus 2-3. We got a limp pot. Ace jack. Queen flop goes check, check. 7 on the turn. So 10-4 has actually got quite a bit going on here with the straight draw to the king and the club draw. Corona with 3 high. See a 5 on the river. Looks like this will go check, bet, fold. Right? Nah, Corona says we'll just check down the 3 high. We're never winning this hand. Doopity doo. Interesting. Sometimes you don't need to bluff. Sometimes you just give up. Limp pot. So Corona said there's no need to take a stab, even though it would have worked. Queen 10-5 flop goes check, check, jack on the turn. Tonka with a straight draw to the king or 8. And ace works. Get a 9 on the river. 1-liner to the king or 8. Sir Corona with a pair of 10s will take the pot down. 7-8 versus king, king. We'll see a what? A limp, a raise, and a fold. No, a call. 3 blinds. We're going to the flop here, right? Oh boy. 9-6-4. This is getting all in on the flop, right? Do we just call? Nope. It's just an all in and a call. And like that, just like that, Tonka makes a boat on the river. Makes 3 of a kind on the turn. Still had the straight outs to dodge the 10 and the 5. Doopity doo. Corona gets it in there with about 37%. I'm just going to keep rewinding until I run out of words to say. You know what? That's the end of the show. Just like that. If you made it all the way through, thanks for checking this shit out. Hopefully we'll see you in another one. Till the end of, or until then. Adios, amigos.
Congratulations.